Hello, I'm back again. I couldn't finish the video that I started to film yesterday because we had a lot of stuff to sort out, so I had to kind of leave that. But I do sort of remember how I left off. But I guess the way I wanted to go was to like talk about maybe the glimmers of hope that I found during this whole process, and that's kind of what I want to do. I just want other people to like have hope during this whole thing, because I think that's the hardest part. Like the first week I was so like I just could not see how I could find any joy in life, and I couldn't really see the point in life. I think I had like a lot of anger, sadness, and just all around like numbness. Like I just, when I was younger, I could not bear the thought of losing my nan so much that I was literally certain that we would go together, because I'm just like, I don't know, I just knew I would not be able to face it, especially at that time when I was living there. I was like so certain there was no way that she would be without me, and like when it did happen, I just felt so like so numb, because I just was like, well, I'm here by myself. I think I just felt like I'm literally here by myself, and I know I have the most amazing friends, and I'm so grateful for that. But that feeling of like loneliness, it was such an empty feeling. But it's because that love that I had was so great that the loss was just the equal of that. Maybe even, yeah, I was going to say double, but no, I don't think that it was actually possible for someone to love another human as much as my nan loved us, and I truly mean that, and I don't mean any disrespect by that, but like, I literally do not think that it was I don't think the closest second would have been the way I felt about her. But it was just such a loss. Anyways, it was such a loss to me that I just didn't see any hope. And it's been about 3 weeks tonight. And obviously it's still so raw. Anyways, sorry, I had to give that context because I just want people to know, like, I've been there where I literally feel hopeless, where I'm like literally asking God, like, when can I go next, because there's no way that we're here without each other. And like, the hopelessness is probably the worst part of it all. But then I found some hope, and like the first hope in that is kind of realizing that I am not the only person here that's gone through this. I won't be the only one. I'm not the only one. I think that has been the best thing for me, because we can learn from people that have been before us, and we can comfort each other. I think it's such a blessing that we're not on this earth alone. And even though I'm not like a social media person, I think one of the best things about the internet is that we have access to all these stories, which can be a blessing and a curse. When you don't have people around you that maybe completely understand, there's someone in the world that does, and you actually have access to, like, I guess, how they started to feel better. And one of the best pieces of advice I heard I think this was in my stage or a day when I was really, I guess, angry, and I was literally so ill as well. So I was like paralyzed in my bed, and I remember I searched up, I guess, in my anger, like, why does God bother giving us this much love when we're just going to inevitably lose it? Because you're either going to lose somebody in this life or you're going to be a loss to somebody. And I just kind of was just laying there and I was like, what is the point in any of this? And I think I read like this long post on like Quora or Reddit or something to do like that, and it literally changed my whole perspective. And someone just said, would you rather have no, it's better to have loved and then lost than to have never loved at all. And I just think that is the truest thing ever. And then another girl put it in such a beautiful way. It was a video of her being interviewed, you know, when it's like, what makes you confident? And she said, God, and someone said, what's been the biggest test of your faith? And she said she lost her best friend, who was her grandfather, the same way my nana was my best friend. And she said, he asked her what the biggest test of her faith was, and she said when her grandfather passed away. And she said in all the despair and the pain that she was feeling, instead of being mad that she lost her granddad, she was thankful to God that she had her granddad in the first place. And that just changed it all to me. I changed the anger and I put it into thanksgiving, and it really has changed. And like, don't be fooled, these tears are not like, I'd been crying before I filmed this, but not out of sadness, although of course I'm sad and it's such a loss to me. They were just out of thankfulness and remembering the true expression of love that I felt and how lucky I am. They're genuinely out of thankfulness. I'm so lucky. Maybe even the luckiest person in the world. I'm not even just saying that, because I lacked in so many places in my life, but God never ever let me go without, because my nana filled every single part. Yeah, my nan filled every single part, and I'm just so grateful for that. I could literally make a 2-day, yeah, come in, a 2-year video on all the love that my nan showed me. But I think this emotion just shows enough how much of a loss it was. But I'm so grateful that I think I would go through it again. But I would go through that relationship and that love and those 21 years over and over again, even if I knew the outcome, because I don't think I would have been me without it. In fact, I know I wouldn't be me without it. It made me the person I am, made me the person I will be, the people my kids will hopefully be. And there's no way I would choose to go without. I would choose love and loss over and over and over and over again. And you know what? If anything, I'm grateful that I'm the one that has to go through this pain. Because like I said, you either lose someone or you're a loss to someone. And I would never want my nan to feel pain that we are feeling for her. So I'm grateful that I'm the one that has to bear this pain and not her. But, oh God, I can't help but miss her so much. And you know what, like, I think everyone says, you know, I wish I could have just hugged her one more time. And like, I think sometimes people feel guilty about that, like, oh, I didn't say this enough, I didn't do this enough. But the reality that I've come to realise is that I could have hugged her and kissed her and told her I loved her for the rest of my life, maybe 2 lives, and it still wouldn't have been enough. It still wouldn't have been enough. There's no amount of times that I could have, you know, hugged, kissed, loved her, that would have ever made me not want another one, you know? So I think that guilt, ooh, I thought that was one of my hairs, that it wouldn't have changed anything. It doesn't matter if I spent my whole life simply just in her arms my whole life. It still wouldn't have been enough. And I don't know. The fact that it's like such a unique, special love that I'm never going to experience again, in a way makes it more special to me and her. And I know she would say that, you know, she would say, girl, this is us, is special. And I don't want to replace that kind of love. And it's so precious that I didn't have it for my whole life, I guess. It's, I don't know, that it's not forever, it just makes it that much more precious. And yeah, I've kind of been talking for a while now, but those were glimmer of hopes that I found, and I think about it every day. I just think I'm grateful that I had her. I'm grateful that I even get to experience a loss this big, because that just means I had a love that big. And oh, I've got snot that's not attractive. None of this is probably attractive, but I'm grateful at the end of all of this. I'm 3 weeks in, and I know that everything's going to change. Some days I'll feel awful, like, you know, some days I'll feel great, but through all of it, I just want to be grateful, and I choose to be grateful every day, and I cannot wait to see her again. And I think she probably misses us as much as we miss her, but I know that she's okay. I know she's okay. I know she's okay. I just love her. But yeah, like I said, I want to keep documenting this journey, and I think it's important. It's important for me to talk, because my nan was the only person I ever really spoke to about my feelings and stuff, and now I don't have that. So this is probably my only way of really truly talking, and posting it is a big thing because I don't really talk to people about my feelings, but it's secondly important because I think it will help somebody one day, and I hope it does, even if it's just one person, even if it's just me. I think it'll be good for me. But yeah, obviously everything's still very raw right now. I'm sorry for all the tears, but this is me, this is true, and yeah, I love you. Mwah.